microphone.
You are a natural born public speaker, and that's a fact.
Do you actually feel guilty, or were you just told to feel guilty?
Focus on actually what we can do.
Point it out and show it to me.
You have the freedom to do what you want to and be what you want to in America.
What are we going to do about it?
What oppressed me?
Just saying.
So the CRT stuff, BS. What the dealio, folkios? I'm great throw down and do my part and throwing some Thanksgiving food together. So some stuff that I'm going to be in charge of this go around. We do things a little different. I'm going to do ancestry holiday ham. I'm going to do my fried chicken, and I'm also going to do mac and cheese. So, right, y'all want to see that? Just see how I do it? Y'all want to? Yeah, no? Stay tuned.
All right, for my ingredients, we have 2 cups of orange juice. I have some cinnamon sticks. I have some whole cloves, 2 tangerines, and 2 oranges. I have a stick of butter, Kerrygold to be exact, and 2 cups of brown sugar, and I have 2 cups of water here. Those are my ingredients for this. Right, so what I'm going to do is start off cutting my oranges here. Just slicing them just fairly thin. Nothing really to this right here. And get this sticker off right here. So anyway, you guys know how to slice oranges, right? Yes, yeah. And I'm going to put them in there whole too. So I'm not going to put y'all through the boredom of watching all of this, all right? All right, now I'm going to take these and put them in the pan. It's pretty much on like high right now. Just add on it for a little bit. That's all. Just put them in there just like that, whole. Absolutely whole. You want all that good flavor coming out of those oranges and out of the tangerines. You can get a lot of strong flavor coming out of the orange peel, which holds a lot of zest and nutrients, by the way. Absolutely the most nutrients, in fact. All right, put them in there just like so. La-di-da-di-da, doody-doody-doo. What are y'all doing? Y'all paying attention or y'all talking? Here's my 2 cups of orange juice. Pour it in there just like that. Okay. And I'm going to add my tangerines to it too. Yep, season all. Don't even worry about it. Yep, add my tangerines. A little shake here. Make sure a lot of things are in the juice. And again, I have the heat on high because I want to bring this to a boil. All right. Okay, let's see what we have next. We have the brown sugar. Oh, oops. Trying to do it all fast. That's what I get. Get it out of there. Put it right on back in there. No problems. Ain't nothing to it. All right, now we're going to give this a little bit of a stir. All right. Just like so. Just incorporate the brown sugar in there with the orange juice and with the tangerines and oranges. Just get it down in there. It's going to dissolve anyway. This smells really good too, by the way, especially when you add everything else to it. So give me a second. All right, peeps. This right here, this Kerrygold butter, this butter is the bomb. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but it is the bomb. I love this butter. Absolutely love it. So just 1 whole stick of butter is going to go right in there. And as you can see, it's starting to get a little bubblies going. Yep, put that butter right in there. It's going to melt. It's going to be giving us a nice, really smooth texture. It gives this marmalade a really nice, smooth texture, if you know what I mean, okay? And next up, we have cinnamon sticks. See that? Yep. Just get 2 cinnamon sticks, and you're going to push that right on inside this. Like so. Just get it in there. Okay. Get those saturated in there as well. I'm trying to get them cinnamon sticks to kind of go to the bottom a little bit. Let that flavor from them cinnamon sticks get incorporated in this as well. Okay. Right, just like that. Just like that. Beautiful. And now I'm going to add this nice, awesome flavorful. Oh my God, I messed that up. These are cloves, ladies and gentlemen. Gives us a nice fragrance, is what I was going to say. Very fragrant, not a flagrant, like a flagrant foul. So now I'm just going to reduce this down some. But the cloves in there, it adds so much. Oh, the aroma from this is just amazing. I wish y'all can smell it. I wish y'all can smell it. Anyway, no, it really does smell really good. But this adds a nice flavor to this. Yeah, man. Me tiller wicked. No me hace. And my cup of water. And right here, I'm getting ready to just score this ham. So I'm not cutting too deep into it, but it doesn't matter if you do or not, though, because what this is going to do, scoring it this way right here, is going to allow the fat on the outside of the ham to actually kind of dissolve and soak down into those ridges right there, which is going to give this ham even more flavor. So just like so, I'm just scoring it. As you can see, now I'm going to cross it now. Just like so. Give it that little diamond shape. That's not just for looks either. A lot of people didn't know that once you cook it in the oven at this heat that I'm cooking it at, that fat will dissolve down. See that little fat ring? That fat will dissolve down into the meat even more. Wow, the flavor of this marmalade goes inside of it. So just like that, see? And then you want to do this to the other side as well. So flip it over just like so.
All right.
Just like that.
Why? No, it's not. That's because I'm doing it right.
All right, you can see I have some cayenne pepper right there, which I forgot to say. But anyway, Philadelphia cheese. And here's the different cheese I have. Parmigiano. Y'all can read, right? You see that extra sharp cheddar. I don't gotta say it. You can read. White mount cheddar, Gouda, and brie. Half and half. All right. So I got some garlic cloves I already have peeled and all that good stuff. And this is just pretty much 3 cloves. Right here, I'm going to slice these up like so and move on to the next phase. So I don't have to talk you guys through this. You see what I'm doing right here. Do want to take a break right quick. Make sure you stir the macaroni around so
Just
it won't
make sure
stick.
you stirring this occasionally while you're boiling the macaroni.
I guess I need to say it twice. Right here, you have my shallot. I'm just going to cut it in half and then slice like so. Like that, just like that. I think I want these a little thinner, so I'm just going to bring it to the top of the knife right here, just like that. Y'all don't need to see me slice this either, right? Okay. All right, and as my little marmalade is in the back on a nice little simmer here, I'm going to add a package of cream cheese to this pot right here. The pot is on medium heat as of right now, not too high, but just actually like I don't know what type of stove you guys have, but it's medium heat, you know what I mean? So if you got numbers, maybe a 3 or a 4 or something like that. Then I'm going to add some half and half, just like so. All right. I'm going to add my seasoning, which is going to consist of some, you'll see here. Give me a second. Cayenne pepper. People might think this is much, but it's not because it's a big thing of macaroni, so it needs to be spread abroad. You're like, dang. A little kick, that's all. Some onion powder. Where are you? Onion powder. There we go. Right. Can you guys guess what this is? Can you guess what that is? Light white pepper. Okay? Light white pepper. Okay. And right here, just a little bit of slap your mama. Yeah, buddy. Slap your mama.
All right, and for the ham, the way it looks like right here, we're just going to take this marmalade off.
All right, back to the ham, okay? Now that I got my little stuff over there kind of on a low heat. So we're going to take this marmalade right here, right? And you're just going to pour, you can pour it over the ham or you can pour it straight in the pan. Doesn't matter because we're going to be basting it, but I just like to do this because I just like to do it. And it smells super, 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 super good. I'm telling you, folks. Pour it over just like so. All right, and that right there is going to go in the oven, 300 for about an hour and a half, basting it every 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, saucepan right here. And cut off a little bit of butter, as you can see. Guys, if you asking for measurements when it comes to this butter, you might as well hang it up. Hang it up. You see what I'm doing right here, so I'm just getting enough in there just to get ready to add my shallots and garlic to. But you want a good amount. I love butter. Absolutely love it. When I cook and I'm going to eat, I use butter. But it's not like I cook and eat like this every day. So you can see that butter right there, right? Yeah? Okay. We're going to let that melt down. And in comes the shallots and the garlic. Splat out. Just like so. Hear that sizzle? This is on low, around 3. Just low heat. Don't want to go too fast on this. Give me a little utensil out to get ready to stir this around. All right, and here I'm just adding a little bit of flour. So you're pretty much making like a somewhat of a roux. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to stir this around. Like I said, it's on a little bit of a heat, and you will make sure you keep this moving and going, okay? Just like I'm doing. Keep it moving and going. Good amount of heat on there to whatever color you desire. The darker the color is, the more of a nutty flavor you're going to get out of this. So it's all your call. A little bit more flour. Don't worry about it, folks. Even if it looks dry, don't forget you're going to be adding wet liquids to it. So just doing my little thing here, swirling it around and around and around and around and around and around. And once I got it to the desired color, I'm getting ready to add that sauce I made with the cream cheese and the half and half and the seasoning. That right there. Gonna add that to it. Again, low heat. Start off like on a 3 or something like that. Just low heat just to get it incorporated. Then you can increase the heat as you cook it. But don't go high on this heat. Remember, you want a nice low and slow kind of melt going on right here. So see the little bubblies I'm getting right there? Just nice low heat. And we're just going to stir that together, okay? See that? Nice and creamy. But we're going to make sure this gets around everything. All right, what I'm pouring in here is going to be some of that water from the mac and cheese water. Just pouring it in there. This is about 2 cups. cup and a half. Yeah, you can see some of the macaroni is right there. Busted. No. But we're going to mix this around really good. And now I'm going to add my cheese. Don't matter what order you do it in. But yeah, you see, this is a good a good way to show you that don't necessarily have to be shredded, because I cut this up. Don't necessarily need a grater. I just like how the cheese, when it's like this, I like how slowly it melts and it's really thick. Give you that nice little gooey look. But yep, so anyway, you just take this right here, mix it around like so, okay? And in comes Brie. This is a nice, this cheese is already moist, and you know what I mean? And you can leave that outer edge on there as well. Some people don't like that, but I do. I like the texture that it gives, because it makes you feel like you're eating even more macaroni and cheese. It kind of has the same like type texture as macaroni. So what I'm doing here, I'm just kind of chopping this up, because this cheese melts and it will stick together almost like taffy. Okay, so watch me stir, watch me stir. All right, now we're gonna add in the Gouda, like so. Flat out.
Gouda.
And next is the mild cheddar. Mild cheddar. Yeah, like that. All right, and then what we have next is, I'm gonna just stir this around. Say low heat. Don't worry about this right here. See what I'm saying about how it has that texture like this?
We're gonna add in some extra sharp cheddar.
And next we got extra sharp cheddar. Extra. All right. Yeah, like I said, extra. All right.
Just mild cheddar. Just mild cheddar.
Look how gooey that is. Like taffy. Taffy. Just incorporating this in there really good, okay? And finally, some Parmesan.
Then some Parmesan. Just a little bit of Parmesan.
And we're going to continue to stir.
Stir this around until it gets melty. Then we're going to add in the macaroni in. We're going to add in the macaroni. Cheesy.
Now, depending on how cheesy and thick you like your cheese, this would be a good idea if you wanted to add some more of that hot macaroni water to this. All right, let's check the ham. Yeah, buddy. Just basted it and I'm putting it back in there. That's all I did. Y'all probably wanted to see that. Anyway, so here we go. See how cheesy that is? Yeah. Love it. Now, you see those little things that may look like they're chunks? That is the covering that was over that brie cheese, all right? And I love that because when you incorporate it into the macaroni, it has almost the same texture. It has the same texture as the macaroni. So that's what I like about that. So just keep on stirring this, okay? Adding in the mac. Now, if you wanted to, some people like to rinse this off with cold water. I don't. I like it like this when they're stuck together because I like for them to actually break away when I put them in the cheese right here. You know what I mean? See that? Don't worry about it. Once you get that moisture from the cheese into that macaroni, it's all going to pretty much break up. So I won't bore you guys with any more talking. I'm just stir this around, okay? So give me a sec.
All right, it's at this point where you're gonna pretty much make sure everything's just mixed in and incorporated right. Make sure you want the consistency of cheese that you want. And then after this is where we're getting ready to get to the point to where we're getting ready to go ahead and put it in a dish and layer it. So stay tuned.
All right, so I'm just going to pour it on here in this dish like so. See how good and creamy that looks? Creamy, 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 creamy. Let's see, let me make sure I get it all in there. Okay, not going to bore y'all with any more of this part right here, and moving on.
And I got Salt Bay, Cheese Bay. All right, ladies and gents, so let me hold this right here because it'll just be my luck. I'm here on TV and I end up dropping this thing, so at least it'll fall down right here, but get a close up on that. So what I'm gonna do, see how that looks? What I'm gonna do is leave that like this. I'm gonna let it like naturally cool, and the reason why I'm doing it because I want everything in here to come together and saturate. You know how it is a lot of times where Thanksgiving food tastes super good the next day? Well, that's kind of like one of the things we started kind of doing in our house. Plus we got families, homes that we're gonna be going over. So I'm gonna leave it just like this, let it cool off at its natural temperature, put it in the refrigerator, and I'm gonna cook it tomorrow. And I think it's time to move on to my chicken. I get whole chicken wings, and I'm gonna just show y'all what I do with this. So hopefully we can zoom in on this, how I cut them up with this very sharp knife right here that Steve Franksack and his wife Donna gave me. So check this out. What I do here, I go like this right here. Take it like this, go down just like this right here. And I look for this joint right here. And once I find it right here, I cut right on in. See that? And then just boop, just like that. And then for this right here, you can do the same thing, but I actually like to keep these. So again, I just take it just like this. Open it up like that. See how I got it here? And then what I end up doing is cutting straight right here like this. And I keep going a little bit. I'm not even pressing down until I feel, see that little joint open up. And once I get there and I find it, I just go straight through it. Just like that. Ready? Yeah. You even close up on already.
I had it zoomed in.
And then I'm about to rotate it to so you see the back part of it. So, I always have to cook chicken either down in the garage or outside on the deck. Why? Because my wife can't stand the smell of chicken in the house. All right, so anyway, make some real clear. So, chicken's all thawed out. You guys saw how I cut it earlier, right? So right here, I got the bag of flour. You gonna point the flour? Bag of flour with some seasoning in there. Not too much because I'm gonna season the chicken real good. So what you can do, you can take some of your favorite spice, and I got something up in my little bottle right here. This is not what you think it is. I don't want to advertise for it, but it's some spice in there. So some stuff basic: salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, a little bit of chili pepper, and some, I can't tell you some of the other spices though because they're from the motherland and no. So anyway, with that being said, what you're going to do, and this is really important, a lot of people don't do. I'm serious. It may seem basic, but a lot of people don't know this. See, I got this wing in my hand. I do this with every last one of them just like this. I make sure that this gets coated just like this. And I flip it and I coat it. Do not rub it on there. Just set it down just like that. Same thing with these right here. Open it up. Just put a nice little layer of seasoning on it. Not too much, but just enough just to kind of layer it on there. Do not, and I repeat, do not rub these together because they'll get like all watery and all that. And the seasonings that's on there, it can end up pretty much diluting and coming off the chicken. So again, just like this, just get a nice little layer on there just like that. And that's it. Set it down. Don't sit there and rub them together and do all that little stuff like that. Don't do any of that. Now, this may seem real basic too, but a lot of times for me doing this right here, notice I'm over this pan right here. I'm not over this chicken right here. The ones right there, those are out of the way. So I'll go over it like this and go over like this right here too. Now, something that's helpful is since I got a little seasoning on my hand, when I do pick up another piece of it, I can just rub this around like this just to get some of it off of my hand, right? So again, just like that, each individual. And yes, I do each individual one like this. I don't sit there and put them all together and mash them all together because I think that you actually end up losing a lot of flavor of the chicken. So anyway, with that being said, I'm getting ready to finish doing these. I'm going to put them in this flour right here, and y'all should know how it is to fry chicken, okay? But if y'all want to see me drop it in the basket just to see it, okay. And then how it looks when I pull it back out, okay. So, adios. All right, so you don't have to do it like this, but I just line my chicken up like this because I'm just weird like that. Put the meaty part in there. I do the little drum parts first. And I'm going to just drop them on in there just like this. Put them in there. They're not really touching or anything. That way they won't be sticky, but you want to just drop them in there for a little bit. And then like after a little bit of time, you're going to just, you know, like how I don't know why I'm even telling y'all this, but just like right now. Once it seems like they've been in there for just like a good, I don't know, 30 some odd seconds this is right here. And they're not touching initially. You can just go ahead and shake them like this to kind of make them fall down. See that? How they fall down in there? Just like that. And I'm going to cover this up. Shake the other ones, make sure everything is being covered. I'm going to cover these up. Then we're going to come back. All right? See y'all in a bit. All right. There they are. In all their lovely goldenness. I'm going to take it over here. Put it in a little pan here so y'all can see how they look. Now, typically I would have like a little grating here to catch the grease, but I just want y'all to see what it looked like, okay? So there it is. And in all its good yumminess. That's why I love this double fry, because I can get all of it cooked like in almost just basically like 2 settings. So, yums.
What is going on, folks? Appreciate you guys watching. Do me a favor, if you're trying to get to the next reaction video that I did after this video, it's right here. But if you're trying to get to my own personal stuff where I do a lot of comedy things that make you laugh, can help brighten your day, then you click right here, all right? And if you want to subscribe to this channel, you forgot to get to know who I am first, all right? Then you're going to click right here to lead you into this subscription. Make sure you hit the bell notifications to get notified anytime I post a video, all right? Peace.